How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new-ish mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Moss Valley. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome to Moss Valley. With this DEM map, you will be able to tackle the challenges of running a farm in the heart of Sheffield. With accurate farms and fields, you will be able to really get immersed in the experience, almost like you were running it. There are multiple businesses that can take all the products from grains to wood and everything in between. With built-in productions like dairy and bakery, you'll be able to not just sell the bulk crops, but also process them and profit even more. Demand on the forest is low, so you can get them for a fair price and sell the wood at the local sawmill. There are not only cows, sheep, chickens, and pigs. You can also buy a small family-run horse farm located in the northwest end of the map. You might also run into some hand tools. They're not just decorative. You will find all of them. If you find all of them, you will get a really nice reward for them. If you want to expand your farm with productions, you don't want to waste expensive fields, you can buy a placeable area either near the bakery or BGA or on the other side of the map near Carter Hall Grain Elevator. I hope you really enjoy the map." Features: lots of new accurate to real life models made for this map. 82 fields, small, medium, and big. 10 custom made collectible hand tools. 4 farms all across the map to fit everybody's playstyle. Building with lights and animated doors. Huge forest to take on. Custom tree foliage and ground textures. Hedge only have collisions for bales. Custom precision farming soil map, multi-terrain angle, mud system support, manure system support, built-in BGA and other production points, multiple sell points, UK license plates, 2 placeable areas, seasons visuals, custom vehicle shop UI, seasonal hedge textures, custom lighting, UK growth calendar, disturbed simulations, custom maize texture by BenjiFS, custom crop textures by Bullet Bill, stubble tillage ground texture by Purcell XX. There has been a changelog made to this map, starting with changelog 1.1.0.0, and it reads, "New save required. Crossplay, store workshop fixed, farm buildings are now removable, removed manure from cows, manure pit is now placeable, fixed floating objects, fixed fuel tank, wind turbine can now be sold, silage can be fed to cows, fixed bakeries, added grain mill, grass is now visual through winter, added sugarcane and cotton to crop calendar, and other minor fixes. There are no mods required for this map. This map was created by VR Modding and is 561.74 megabytes to download." And if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. It is based off of a real location. As you can see, the real location is kind of placed in the background of this, and then it has the kind of textures of the farming simulator put over top of it. We start out here on the main starting farm right next to our starting house. We start out by owning farmlands number 1, 33, 34, 86, 39, and 38. Actually, let me ascend that order. I should have done that before. 1, 33, 34, 38, 39, 86. Whew, there we go. Number 1 is the kind of periphery on the map. As you can see, a whole bunch of the areas down the south, all throughout the towns area, and a lot of the shops and stuff, they're all already purchased. The land is, at least, so you'll be able to work with that right away. 33 is a wheat field ready to harvest. 34 is an oat field ready to harvest. 38 and 39 are both grass fields ready to harvest. And 86 is your starting farm. Field prices on this map is dirt cheap. Extremely inexpensive to buy. So we'll start out with a few of the forestry areas. We got one here, 15,000 for this chunk here. 72,000 for this chunk here. We got 53,000, 52,000, 62,000. Forestry is ridiculously cheap. But then we move on to some of the fields. So we'll start out with some of the small fields. Got one here for 44,000. Got a grass field here for 18, 16, 16, 19. We got some more over here. 98,000, 60,000. Let's go to one of the bigger ones. 381,000 for one of the bigger fields. Got 254,000, 306,000, 282,000. I feel like this is really reasonable for land prices. This is actually really, really cheap. Let's see. Now, let me scroll down. We do have animal pens to start out with. Contracts are available on this map. No production change to start out with. And there are collectibles, 10 of them to be precise. And as is mentioned in the description, they are hand tools to be on the lookout for. If we take a look at mods specific to this map, though, starting out with the buy menu, nothing under the buy menu, but under the build menu. Starting out under buildings. Under sheds, there is nothing. Under silos, though, we scroll off to the right. You'll see a couple here, Moss Valley mods. Under silo extensions, there is nothing here. Under containers, we have the fuel tanks there. Tools, we have a couple here as well. We got the large weighing station. And then under farmhouses, we have one here as well. Under productions, there is nothing. No, I'm sorry. Scrolling off to the right, we do have a BGA that is custom to this map, specific to this map. Nothing under sell points, greenhouses, orchards, but under generators, we do have a large wind turbine. Under animals, we have nothing under cows, but we do have something under horses, nothing for pigs, sheep, chickens, bees, or others. Under decorations, there is nothing under this tab whatsoever. And then under landscaping, we have several additional painting swatches and nothing under trees or plants. Now, because we start here at the starting farm, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting equipment. Starting under the buy menu and own items. Small tractors, we have the New Holland TC 155. Under medium tractors, the Massey Ferguson 7716S. Harvesters, the New Holland CH 770. Telehandlers, a JCB 541-70 Agri Pro. Trailers, the Branther TA 23071 Power Push Plus. Under headers, we have the header for the New Holland. Under plows, we have the Agromaz POV 5XL. Cultivators, the Lemken Schmard 9500K. We have the seeders, the Poniger Terrasim C6F. Under fertilizer spreaders, the Amazon ZATS 3200. Under mowers, we have the K-brand GMD 8730FF and the GMD 3123F. Under tedders, we have the K-brand GF 8712. Under windrowers, the Samaz Z2 840H. Balers, the Klaas Roland 455 RC Unirap. Under telehandler tools, we have the Magsy Universal Bucket, Pallet Fork, and Bale Fork. And we have a header trailer, the Nardi N6030. And now if we start taking a look around, we start right on top of the sleep trigger right here. Let's see. This way. Tucked away over here, we have the liquid fertilizer silo right here in front of me. We have a flat bottom silo in front of me now. Let's see. Next is, I believe it's tucked away in here. Oh no, we're going to need this too, but no, it's tucked in here. That's okay. Trying to remember all the various parts on this farm. There's a repair trigger tucked away in here. And now we need to go through the bushes. Open this gate. And then tucked away in here, we have a fuel trigger right there, a fuel tank. Going back through. Here we have our main farm silo, which the input for it is tucked around back here. The output is right here with the spout. And here we have a chicken barn, room for 550 chickens. Our feed input is here, and you do have to open the feed doors here. And then the eggs. Ooh, that's something that just occurred to me. Where do the eggs spawn? Maybe out back? There they are, right here. Forgot to look for that earlier. Now, up here, we have a cow barn, room for 200 cows. Our feed and straw go here. Our slurry comes out here. And, nope, this way. Come around over here. We have a pig barn. Oh, there we go. Room for 70 pigs. And where feed goes here, slurry comes out here. Here we have another chicken barn. Room for 250 chickens. Feed goes here. And where is the... I think the eggs are out back right here. And then another pig barn right over here. Room for another 70 pigs, feed, and slurry. And that is everything here on the starting farm. Now let's go ahead and grab us a tractor. And then we'll start heading around the farm. Or around the map, I should say. So I believe tractors were tucked away in here. Go ahead and hop in the Massey here. Now this is a very, very tight map. Gonna have to pay very close attention to how you're driving around here because things are right on top of everything around here. Now as you can see, I went ahead and borrowed a whole bunch of money because there's several farms I need to go ahead and purchase along the way, and one of them is coming up right here to my left. So we'll go ahead and pull up. Right here. So take a look at the map. We started out here on the farm, walked around, saw everything we need to see here, and then we just moved right over here. Farmland number 89 can be purchased for $29,210, very cheap for a farm. And you can see we have a fuel tank right over here and a cow barn tucked away over here. We have our slurry output here, feed and straw goes in here. Room for 60 cows, and our milk is out here. And that just occurred to me. I didn't show where the milk was on the starting farm. Let me go ahead and hop back over there and I will show the milk points. That just dawned on me. Let's see. Milk points, milk points. Why did I not see a milk point around here? That's slurry. Huh. So these are the milkers right here, so I would assumed that's... Oh, wait. Ah, ha, ha, there it is. That's why I didn't notice it was tucked away in here. Ah, can you even get in the out of the door? No, guess not. Well, we can get out here. All right, so let's go ahead and jet back to the other barn. Let's see. Yeah, so we showed everything off on there. So that is good. We can go ahead and take off from this farm and make our way down to the next point of interest. So coming up here, we're going to want to make a right. Now here we have a debris crusher, place to sell our stones. And then tucked around over here, we have the Moss Valley Grain Merchant sell point and the biogas plant. A couple bunker silos right over there, and the purchasing point for the biogas plant is right here. $435,000 to purchase. We have our liquid input there, liquid output there. Liquid input there, solid input here, and liquid output, aka digestate, right there. Ooh, man. There we go. So now, head out of here. And right here is the bakery. This is the Moss Valley Bakery. $50,000 to purchase this. Output here and input right here. Now continuing down the road. We have our shop and repair trigger right here in front of us. Repair trigger right here. And shop trigger inside. Love the custom buildings on this map. especially that shop right there. That is spectacular. Now over here, we have the garden center sell point, as well as another garden center sell point. Now, something that just dawned on me. We take a look at the map. We were here at this farm. We came back to the main starting farm and then teleported back to our tractor. Came up to this debris crusher up here, the Moss Valley Grain Merchant, and the biogas plant. We then came up to the shop and repair trigger, and then we came over to the garden center sell points. Now, okay, so we already own this land, so these are not actual greenhouses. I was just curious if maybe this is land that needed to be purchased in order to activate greenhouses, but it doesn't appear that's the case, so that's good. Now we'll head out and continue to the northwest corner of the map, where we are going to see the next farm. Now, tucked away up here, we take a look at the map again. We were at the shop and repair trigger. We then came over the garden centers, sell points, and then we followed this road up and around to Farmland number 85. $38,837 to purchase. Go ahead and get that, and you'll see another fuel tank up here. And in the corner, right over here, is a horse barn. Room for 8 horses, as you can see here. And tucked away in here, our feed and straw goes right there. So now we head back to the tractor, and now we get to do a lot of backtracking. But as we backtrack a little ways, we get to see just the absolute beauty that is on this map. So much is going on in this map, and what I really like about it is that something that I normally mention, especially when it comes to maps that are based off of real life like this one, is the fact that I think it helps the map makers stay rooted in reality. There's not really too much leeway of going outside of said reality, and thus it makes it to where it's far more immersive. It makes it really seem like you're really there. Just like the description said, it just makes you feel that level of immersion. And I truly believe that this is a great example of when we get these maps based off of real life, really gets us that kind of next level deeper to really kind of enjoy it. And then on top of it, we get all the custom barns and buildings and all that stuff. We get to really feel like we're actually in Sheffield. It's very, very nice looking around. And then you get all the details. You get some of these equipment just kind of laying around, a couple excavators there, some other kind of bits of equipment just kind of lying around. It's nice. It's really kind of a nice little atmosphere that's being built here. And one thing that we're coming up on that kind of, it didn't freak me out, but it was kind of disturbing. Disturbing is probably a good word, is this little area right up here. So we're approaching the starting farm once again, and I thought, because I came up to this and I was all of a sudden right in the middle of the yard, I thought I drove like in the wrong direction. But this is how you're supposed to go. This road literally just disappears into the starting farm. It just took me very much off guard when I first started doing my walkthrough on this. But as we continue down, and again, beautiful rolling hills. Some of these fields are absolutely massive. Like this one to my right, this grass field to my right is a huge grass field that is going to require a lot of work. And then it's wild because a lot of the equipment, like, you're going to be limited into the size of the equipment you can have because of the lanes, because of the entry points and stuff. Now, thankfully, there's no collisions and stuff on these hedges, except according to the description, it says that there are bale collisions on the hedges here. So it's one of those where that's kind of a unique feature. I've never seen that before, where some things will let you pass through and not others. And then you got this beautiful little pond area right here. Now, coming up on our next point of interest, here to the left is the Gear Lane Bales sell point. Make a right and follow this down to our next farm. Stop right here. And now if we take a look, we're up here at the horse farm in the northwest corner of the map. We followed the road back down all the way past the starting farm, went through the forest here, saw the Gear Lane Bales sell point, and now we're here, Farmland number 88, $36,061 to purchase. And you can see now we have a couple of new pop-ups. One of them is a fuel tank that is tucked around the corner over here. There it is. And then all the way over on the other side of the farm, right up here, is a sheep pasture. Where it is right there. Room for 200 sheep, and if we hop the fence, feed here, water here. And right over here is where the wool spawns. Right here. So now, let's go hop back in the tractor. Now, one nice thing about this map that I've noticed is that because the lanes are so narrow and doesn't have much room on it, there's no traffic splines. I haven't noticed any pedestrian splines or anything like that. So one of those where you're not going to have to worry about, colliding with oncoming traffic on these narrow roads. All right, right here is the Ridgeway Goods sell point. Keep it wide and then turn. Now we have to backtrack a little ways up into that kind of T intersection where we first came on this stretch of road. And again, just beautiful, beautiful landscape right here. Nice little swampy area. Coming up here will be the fifth and final farm, tucked away right here. We'll come to a stop. We were at the farm for the sheep right here, went over to the Ridgeway Goods, we then backtracked over to here. Farmland number 71 can be purchased for $12,403. Purchase that, and now we have a honey spawn point right there, and 3 beehives in the back. And that's it for that farm. Now we continue to follow this road around. We just keep on following this road, and it takes us to our next point of interest. And again, just get to look at the beautiful, beautiful landscape. And again, another great thing about this map is that the outer periphery really adds to the map. The outer border just makes it look like it continues on and on and on. It actually fits the map. There's a lot of maps that just doesn't get that right. to where you'll have a, for example, you'll have a really flat map, and then that outer picture is just a really like tall mountainscape in the background. Like it just completely doesn't fit, but this one does, because it just has the gentle rolling hills and just makes it look like it goes on forever. Over here we have the animal dealer. Now you can purchase your animals from this location or at any of the pens and pastures we have already established on the map using this icon. If you use those icons directly, though, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. The animal dealer is taking the animals from this location and delivering them over to the pens and pastures yourself. For you. If you want to save that delivery fee, what you can do is bring an animal trailer to this location using this icon and then load into the animal trailer itself. You deliver the animals yourself, you save on that fee. That fee can add up depending on the number of animals. For an adult cow, it costs $100 per adult cow in addition to the base price. So that you can save a lot of money based on that. Now as we continue around, over here we have the sawmill. 100,000 to purchase the sawmill. This is MV sawmill. We have our wood chip output here. We have our input here with a wood cell trigger there, and output right there. Continuing down. Over here, we have Robin's Dairy Products. You can purchase this for 50,000. We have our input here and output there. And then right next door, whoops, as we're driving through the bushes, here is Bernie's Grain Mill. Purchase this for 96,000. Output there and input there. Now if we take a look at the map and show where we've been, we were here at the Beehive Farm. We then came all the way out to the animal dealer and then up to the MV Sawmill, then up to the Robin's Dairy Products and Bernie's Grain Mill. And I just realized I missed a sell point in my original walkthrough. So let's go ahead and head up there really quickly. I'll go ahead and cut through the bushes. That's gonna be fine. All right. So now all the way up here. I don't know how I missed this on my first kind of walkthrough. But on our way up, let's go ahead and start talking about score for this map. What do I feel about this? Render my opinion. I love this map, and again, am furious about it. This is now the second day in a row after releasing all my top maps that we've come out with another map that is at that top of the heap, the pinnacle. This map is definitely a 5 for 5 out of me. I mean, this is just incredible. It's based off of real life, so the grounding, like I was mentioning earlier, is there. It feels real. This map is truly immersive. You got all the custom farms, buildings, etc. Just fantastic. Now, yes, it's a bit narrow. It's going to be hard to get in and out of areas and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be worth the kind of struggle that is going to ensue because of it. I just absolutely love this map. Now we're almost up to the final sell point up here. Here it is. This is, what is this called? This is the, Carter Hall Grain Elevator. Oh, there you go. So, yeah, that is it. I absolutely love this map. 5 out of 5 without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, this map just has a ton of stuff going for it. Oh, and you got a nice perchable area right up here too. So yeah, that's that is everything here for Moss Valley. I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show them by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithm enjoy you doing to show us you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.